Hi, welcome to Anime Adventures. I'm Elise Baughman. I'm the voice of Pan from Dragon Ball GT. So on this show, I talk to fellow voiceover actors, to anime artists, and other people in the anime world. That's exactly what I did on last week's episode. I talked to voiceover actor Chris Burnett right before he went into the recording studio. And that's where this episode picks up. We're both in the recording booth. We're going to be chatting. So join us. Chris had a session we actually couldn't film because there was some confidential information. So instead, what we're going to do is play around with some of our character voices and I'm going to do an impromptu interview.
Okay.
So here's one thing. When I do my character, Pan, from Dragon Ball GT, there was always a little catchphrase that I would do to kind of get into character voice, which was, cheeseburgers, fries, and blueberry pies. So was there anything that you did to get into a character voice?
Yes, so that's really funny. I've never heard you do that in person. That's great. So I usually start from like the outside in. So I'll come up with like a pose that's this type of character, you know. And a lot of times I have the higher pitched guy who's a little bit more proper, because I do feel like with anime, it's so realistic that, they're kind of casting your voice. So you're either going to go a little lower, a little higher, or kind of your natural tone, But most of the time I start like externally with a pose, and then that brings out the internal. You know what I mean?
Okay. So give us another character voice that you maybe done in the past.
I guess we mentioned Young Ace. So Young Ace's eyebrows were always, furrowed, kind of like I don't know why I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you have to cheat to camera.
Right here. You'd think I've never done this. Anyway, they're kind of furrowed like this. So I would always start here, and then it kind of always brought out a little bit nasally thing. So that's what I mean by it. Start externally, and then the internal would come out. And now I feel like I look like a real weirdo. So I don't want to look at you guys anymore. I'm done.
I love it. That's awesome.
Well, you know how it is. Most of the time you're like alone in a booth doing this. And so then when someone starts filming you, it's very uncomfortable.
I know, and most booths are much smaller than this one. This is a really large space. And so I've told this story before when I did Pan, and there were a lot of fighting scenes. And see, I already almost kicked this stand over, but I would want to go, yeah! And I'd have to be careful because I kicked the walls sometimes. I would kick the mic stand, so you have to be super careful.
Right, spill the water onto the microphone and fade to black.
And then don't you have like a lower little raspy character you do?
So yeah, I did a lower raspy character voice one time. Usually what I do is more cadence-based now, because for some reason, I don't know what this says about me as a human being, but I get cast a lot for like surfers, real laid-back guys. So a lot of it's kind of a cadence thing too, of like, yeah, okay, it's a pacing thing more than it is a higher or lower type of thing. It's just like going with the flow, a nice pace. So again, I don't know what that says about me as a person, but it's not so much a pitch thing a lot of times too.
Says that you're very cool.
I don't feel cool. I hope I sound cool. You'd have to ask my children about that. But yes, I guess it ranges. I consider myself pretty upbeat, I guess it's just marrying your own personality to the character, like having that marriage of, bringing yourself to it,
Oh, that's so cool and wise, dude. I think we should end this segment on that wise statement.
Well, thank you. I hope it was a mic drop.
Totally. If this mic weren't so expensive, I would drop it, but I'm not going to do it.
Preach. Yeah. So you had said that this was like a glimpse a day, a slice of life or something. If you really want real slice of life, you have to see my car.
Oh, I'm so there. Okay, we're going to see the car.
It's not fancy. It's a Prius, but it's the real slice of life. So we'll do that behind the scenes on the car.
Okay, let's see the car. Okay, we are going to see the car. I'm very excited about this. And then he's out of here.
You know, if you want a true glimpse of a slice of life, you can see just how, like, of a train wreck it really is in my car. I've got 2 trash cans, and both of them are full.
I see car seats for the twins.
Got car seats. Can you get all the snacks? I got snacks down here. Leftover Cheez-Its if I get hungry. You know, there's got to be 3 weeks old at least.
Yuck.
Applesauce pouches. Random Steadicam thing in here.
A Steadicam just for emergency situation.
I want to take a family home video.
Okay.
Dinosaurs.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this guy is from the Thundercats.
Oh.
Which, like, this was a toy of mine when I was a kid, and my mom, like, she kept them all, and Thundercats was like one of my favorite shows, but it was only on for like 2 seasons.
Wow, and you still have it.
And my mom kept it, so now my kids play with this. I get bored while I'm driving to an audition or nervous, I just pull out Donatello, and he kind of keeps me company, but yeah, it's
this is awesome.
It's
Is your trunk fantastic?
Yeah. This is diapers. A friend of mine just had twins. I'm a twin dad. I'm giving him some diapers. Of course, you gotta have wet wipes, an old coffee cup. I mean, seriously, I got a chair in here in case I just need to sit down.
On the side of the road.
A lot of traffic. You know, and then you gotta have like some sort of onesie here in case, you know, you run into a baby that's
I see
stranded
it
or
spells
something.
bros if you put them together.
Yes, it's bros. And then, of course, an old Band-Aid.
Good. This
So-
is amazing.
If I hope that in this interview, I don't come across as having anything put together in my life other than I showed up on time.
Well, there you have it. See, it doesn't take much to be an actor. Just show up.
Yeah. Show up, hopefully be kind, be your true self. At least, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to work with.
I love it. Okay, peace out. I think we're done here.
Awesome. Thank you,
And
guys.
you're leaving me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You rock, vocal
Adios.
twin.
Adios, Anime Adventures. Thank you,
amigos.
guys.
Yes, love ya, mean it. Thanks for joining me for this week's episode of Anime Adventures. Please subscribe, click the bell so you'll be notified of future episodes. If you want to see more great interviews, then just go check out my playlist. And thanks again for joining me. See you next time.